Hello, my name is Hilda Haryono. Today, I'm going to present an article named Transitivity in Telephone Conversation in a Bribery Case in Indonesia, a Forensic Linguistic Study. In this video, I'm going to discuss 5 things. They are the aim of this research, research design, theoretical framework, discussion, and the pros and cons of this article. Now, we are going to discuss about the aim of this research. Basically, the research issue of this study is to explore the role of the forensic linguistic analysis to uncover the truth based on the facts presented through languages. This study attempts to investigate the same crime, bribery, which happened in Indonesia by taking advantage of the typescript of telephone conversations between two people as the bribe giver and the receiver. Therefore, the initial problem is what kind of language facts that emerge in these conversations. Now, we are going to discuss about the theoretical frameworks. There are 5 theoretical frameworks in this study. They are forensic linguistics, phonetic, pragmatics, syntax, and transitivity. Now, we are going to discuss about the first theoretical framework, which is forensic linguistics. Forensic linguistics is a branch of applied linguistics which is closely related to legal issues. The word applied in applied linguistics is different in meaning with applied in other disciplines such as chemistry. In forensic linguistics, language is used as the evidence for a criminal offense, similar to a fingerprint that can be studied and can be analyzed to obtain a truth. The evidence to be analyzed in forensic linguistics is in the form of speech acts. Now, we are going to discuss about phonetics. An analysis can be performed phonetically when the linguistic evidence in a criminal offense is in the form of audio. Forensic linguistics uses a phonetic technique, especially in the analysis of the sounds that apply to criminal investigation. Now, we are going to discuss about semantics and pragmatics. Semantics is the study of meaning of a word, phrase, or sentence, while pragmatics is the study of meaning in relation to the situation of an utterance. They are important in forensic linguistics because speakers, addresses, and the authors do not always reveal their purpose through the words directly. Many of them convey their message in a secret way, or we need to learn what they are talking first. Now, we are going to discuss about syntax. Syntactically, discourse analysis is performed in a forensic linguistics to clarify the verification process in a legal case. As a means of syntactic analysis, researchers use transitivity to explain the process contained in the clause. The last is transitivity. Transitivity is a system that describes the experience as a kind of process that is associated with the participants and circumstances. Transitivity as a representation clause involves processes, participants, and circumstances, and focusing on processes that include a material process, mental process, verbal process, relational process, behavior process, and existential process. Now, we are into the discussion part. We are going to discuss about the conversation analysis approach using transitivity in the conversation between Akil Mukhtar and Khairunisa. The first conversation is a talk concerning the bribes dispute regarding elections in Gunung Mas between Akil Mukhtar and Khairunisa. In this case, Akil Mukhtar allegedly accepted bribes from Haryono. Through transitivity analysis, it is found that there are some actors involved and mentioned in this conversation, such as Akil, I, which is Haryono, and he, Hamid Binti, and Ibu Haryono. The actors are involved in the process of mental, materials, and verbal. The example of tribes happens when Nisa says, "Saya mau minta bantu nih untuk gunung besar." Saya in this sentence is the actor. Mau minta bantu nih is the material process, and untuk gunung mas is the goal of this conversation. In this sentence, the material process attaches to one actor and one goal. The actor refers to I, Haryono, who have resources to Akhil Mokhtar about Gunung Mas problem, which is represented as a goal in the sentence. Then Akhil responds it by saying, "Ya, pokoknya siapkan 3 ton deh masnya." Siapkan is the material process, and 3 ton deh masnya, that is the goal of the conversation. The process of material that appears in the sentence shows a direct request from Akhil Mokhtar to prepare of goals to his interlocutor. This request shows abuse of power committed by Akhil Mokhtar, which incidentally is not allowed to ask for or accept anything from anyone during his tenure as the chairman of Constitutional Court. Now, I'm going to discuss about the conversation between Fatona and Lutfi. Both of these actors are often attached to material process and goals indicating the amount of money they are talking about. In this conversation, Fatona says, "Mau dibawa kemana? Nganter ini yang $40.000. Mau dibawa kemana is the circumstances, nganter is the material process, and ini yang $40 is the goal of this conversation." The sentence was expressed by Fatona to Lutfi in a telephone conversation. In this sentence, Fatona mentioned the amount of money to Lutfi. It indicates that both of them understand about the money. The material process, which is delivered, indicates that Fatona will give the amount of money to Lutfi. Then there is a reply, enggak, yang dulu kan potong pajak 25%. Enggak, yang dulu kan is the circumstance, potong is the material process, and pajak 25% is the goal of this conversation. The sentence indicates the existence of tax in the transaction. The circumstance in the sentence indicates that the activities of tax cuts had been conducted before, so that it can be inferred such activities are planned activities. Now, we are going to discuss about conversation analysis using semantics and pragmatics approach in the conversation between Akhil Mokhtar and Haryono. When Haryono says, "I wanna help for Gunung Mas," it is a locution which is interpreted by Akhil Mokhtar as a demand. On the basis of these locutions, Akhil then also provided a demand as the effect of its perlocution. In the context, Akhil asked 3 tons of gold as the substitution of 3 billion rupiahs. It may drive to different perlocution effects. Akhil may refuse the request submitted by Haryono. However, Akhil decided to take the chance from Haryono. The perlocutionary effect conducted by Akhil indicates the practice of buying and selling things performed by the chairman of Constitutional Court. Then, in the conversation between Fatona and Lutfi, it can be seen that both of them are aware of the money that will be delivered. However, Lutfi thought that the money to be delivered was 250 million and not 40,000 US dollars. From these conversations, it can also be seen the relationship between Fatona, which acts as a messenger who delivered the money, and Lutfi acts as the person who asked for the money. That's my video. I hope you would enjoy it. If you are still curious about the article that I have just analyzed, I will share the article right after the end of this video. And I think that's enough. Thank you for watching and see you next time.